Hello. Thanks for joining my live. I am Joyce Fields. I'm 81 years old. And I say that all the time because it blows a lot of people's minds that I'm 81 years old and I'm doing lives at 4 a.m., a 90-minute live. So, hey, what can I say? So, I am a TikTok live veteran. I have done over 500 TikTok lives. Hey, Shells. I've done over 500 TikTok lives, and I love doing these lives because I get a chance to share the advice that I have gained in my 81 years of living. And it really trips out my peers, people that are like 75 and older. And when I tell them that I do TikTok lives, I was doing TikTok lives, now I'm doing YouTube lives. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So I did my last TikTok live on Friday, August 29th. And no religion on my lives, no religion, no politics, no talk about Jesus or the Bible, none of that stuff. So you'll be dealt with accordingly. No religion, no politics. So now, I did my last TikTok live on Friday, August 29th, and the way God or the universe worked it out, it was just absolutely amazing. I did my very first YouTube live on the following Monday, September 1st. So I'll never forget that because Friday 29th and then Monday, September 1st. So when I was doing my TikTok lives, I was doing Sunday to Friday. Now that I'm on YouTube, I am doing corporate hours. And it's I'm a retired executive assistant. So I changed it Monday to Friday, okay? So, but I still enjoy them, but I enjoy my 2 days off, just like it's not really a job because I love doing it. So I was telling y'all that to say I did my last TikTok live on Friday, August 29th, because TikTok was getting too restrictive in what you could say and what you couldn't say and all that kind of stuff. And they raised their subscription price. Now here on YouTube, like the Shelster just posted, oh, thank you, Ermin. Subscribing is free here on YouTube. So subscribe and share. I need y'all to share because I would love to share this advice that I'm about to share with all of y'all, with a whole lot more people. As a live creator, my mission statement is, I do lives that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. And I like to think that those of you who are on my live would like to contribute to making the world a better place. And the 4 pieces of advice that I share will help you to do just that. And they're not pieces of advice, it's pillars. Because a pillar is put you in the mind of a sturdy structure on which you can build a foundation. So those I'd share, and the title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And that's exactly what the 4 pillars that I share will help you to do, help you to undifficult your life. The 4 pillars that I share are, pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. Thanks for joining my live, everybody. Welcome. Thanks, Shells. And pillar number Two, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old, I tell you exactly how you do that, but I always start with the toddlers. So now somebody's asking, where do you find my books? Oh, thank you. Goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. You just tap that link and it'll take you right there. You don't even have to type it in. But yeah, you can go to goodshortbooks.com. So the fact that that viewer asked me where the books were, I just got a chance now to tell you that I am also an author. Goodshortbooks.com. There are 11 fabulous books there, and I just left off at pillar number 2. So 11 fabulous books there. Now, Commerce Genius, the advice that I share is good for anybody age 10 or older. So hang tough. If you can hang tough with me, you will definitely hear some advice that you can use starting right now, okay? Promise you that. So now, goodshortbooks.com, y'all. And the books are flying off the shelves, y'all, because people are coming on to my lives, all the lives that I do, and they are learning about the books. 11 nonfiction books there at goodshortbooks.com. My sister wrote 1, and I wrote 10. Stay tuned to the advice that I share. I hope that it will help you to find yourself. So it will help you in a whole lot of ways. So I'll tell you what the pillars are. But the guy asked about the books, or somebody asked about the books, and so that just gave me an opportunity to tell everybody. The books are flying off the shelves because people are coming on to my lives and they are learning about the books, nonfiction. The books will inspire you. They will delight you. They will entertain you. They will motivate you. They will encourage you. And they're all true to the website's name, goodshortbooks.com. They are all good and they are short. The longest book that we have is 167 pages. And those, the pages there include 22 pages of pictures, and that is a memoir. That's the very first book that I wrote. 22 pages of pictures, and I have pictures of some of the people that I talk about in the book, and 22 pages of my own recipes. And I love to cook. And my man says that I am an incredible cook. Yes, so thanks, Shells. Yeah, do check it out. Like I said, the books are flying off the shelves, and I'll read you, and if I have time, I normally just kind of take some time, but the genres, we have 11 nonfiction books, and they make fabulous gifts, nonfiction, in 9 different genres, not subgenres, different genres. Oh, and by the way, there are 3 price categories at goodshortbooks.com. Very affordable, y'all. $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. Now, here are the 9 genres: memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales. My fairy tale is nonfiction. Thank you. Bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Those are the 9 genres. All of them are nonfiction, and you will love all of them. We have books for children too. Like I said, the fairy tale, my fairy tale is nonfiction because it deals with a serious subject, okay? So now, I was on pillar number 2, but I'm going to start over again with pillar number 1. I want y'all to share the live because I would love to be able to share this advice with a lot more people. I read the genres for the books. Just check out the website, goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. I thank you for the question, but I don't have time to repeat myself. I have 90 minutes to share the 4 pillars, you see? So, now, where was I? Oh, I told you I was going to start over with the pillars. That's what I said. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you how you increase your own level of patience, but I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3 is stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you start to become angry or frustrated or aggravated. You start blustering and moving erratically and all kinds of, you're overexcited. You are losing power. So when I get to pillar number 3, stay calm, that's the pillar. I do what, I do it, helpful hand visuals in pillar number 1 as well. But when I get to pillar number 3, the helpful hand visual that I do, and what a helpful hand visual is, in one of my TikTok lives this year, one of my viewers, her name is Jessie Knott, she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. So that's what I call them. She was talking about the gestures that I do with my hands, as well as the words coming out of my mouth. And I am gifted to be able to communicate philosophies, examples, concepts, ideas, all of that through the helpful hand visual. And helpful hand visual is using my hands in combination with the words coming out of my mouth to communicate from my mind to y'all's minds. Now, a lot of y'all are sitting there saying, yeah, right, okay, stuff like that. So I will let you know that I'm getting ready to do a helpful hand visual. You will understand it, and I told y'all that the helpful hand visuals that I do, Spirit gives them to me. I do not make them up. Spirit gives them to me. And Spirit will only come to you if you have a positive attitude. Inner peace will only come to you if you have a positive attitude. If you're rocky and shaky, they can't land. Okay? See, that just came to me right then. I've never said that before. And that's what I say. All of my lives, I share the 4 pillars, but all of my lives are different. Okay? They're each unique. So that pillar number 3, when I do the helpful hand visual in pillar number 3, when I did it, it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. I got rid of that one, Shelster. Yeah, Jesus is King. I got rid of that one quick. So, now, I don't tolerate foolishness on my lives, and the people who do those foolish comments are the people who really need to listen to the advice that I share. So if you are thinking about putting in a foolish comment, stop and think about listening to what I have to say, listening to the advice that I have to share. So now, TJ, okay. Okay, good. So TJ was hidden. So hidden, does that mean that he can still hear me, or she, whomever it is? My name is Joyce, Joyce, but I'll take that. I love joy as well, okay? So now, Shelster, does that mean when you hide somebody, that means they can still hear what I'm saying? Oh, thank you for, thank you, whatever. Okay, so, okay, Shelster, I'm waiting on an answer now. Can you tell me, if you hide somebody, does that mean they can still hear what I'm saying? Oh, you can still see, but can they hear? Can they hear what I'm saying too, Shells? See, now y'all will be gotten rid of, and y'all are just whoever. Y'all are the people who really need to hear what I have to say, but that's okay. Whatever. Okay, yeah, we hear you, but I'm talking about. Hey, Shells, when you hide somebody, can they still hear? Okay, TJ's gone, but now I'm asking when you hide somebody, when it says hidden by the shelter or shelter, can they still hear what I'm saying? Okay. All right, so up the via says yes. Okay, good. And now Shelster said yes too. So that's wonderful. Okay, good. So we'll hide all of these. I cuss like a sailor. Y'all know what I was going to say, but I don't. I didn't say it. I don't cuss in public, and I consider my lies public. I love to cuss. I think cussing is good for the soul, and it's really good for the conversation. It's like the spices that add to. I don't cuss willy-nilly. I cuss when it's appropriate, but not on my lives. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Shells. Appreciate that very much. Okay. Yeah, let them hear it. That's amen. So, yeah. So, now, I told y'all, see, I remember where I was. I was on pillar number 3, and I told y'all when I do the helpful hand visual in pillar number 3, it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. And I'm sure it's going to blow a lot of y'all's minds. And I did it for my man. His name is Pap, P-A-P. His real name is Fred. We've been together for 68 years, y'all. Me and Pap, we have been together for 68 years. We just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd, 58 years of marriage. We've been together for 68 years since we were both 13 years old. Now I'm going to show y'all this picture, and I remember where I was. This picture, we were 25 years old. This is 1969, 25 years old. 1969. It blows my mind. I love the fact that we have had this relationship for so long, okay? So now I'm going to show you this picture. This was last year, our 57th wedding anniversary. Oh, thank you. And we were both 80 years old on this picture. 80 years old. Our 57th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Yeah, it blows my mind too, y'all, for real. No, 58 years of marriage, 68 years together. And this, y'all, 25 years old at the top and 80 years old at the bottom. Blows my mind too, y'all. I do not take it for granted. Yeah. So, yes. So now, when I did that helpful hand visual for Pap, this was months ago, and he's still using it today. So I can't wait till I get to pillar number 3 so I can do it for y'all. And I'm sure that it will blow a lot of y'all's minds as well. And thanks for all the compliments on the pictures. Thanks, y'all. So now that's pillar number 3. There are only 4 pillars, y'all. Pillar number 4 is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. I got to go through 1, 2, and 3 before I get to 4. Okay. So now, back to pillar number 1. And Pap is the one who suggested that I start calling them, I used to call them pieces of advice. And Pap said pillars. That's a picture that you can put in your mind. It's a strong structure, sturdy, on which you can build a foundation for your life. And that's what these pillars do. So now, pillar number 1. Share the live, y'all, because I would love to share this advice with a whole lot more people. And it doesn't cost y'all anything to share the live, like it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So please share the live. Now, pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do you know, do you consciously think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? A negative attitude or a positive attitude. Do you ever think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? A negative attitude or a positive attitude. There is not a third attitude. Some people try to say neutral. That's not an attitude. Okay, so give me some responses, y'all. There are not 3. A negative attitude or a positive attitude. Give me some responses. Come on, do you think about that? The fact that there are 2 attitudes that you can have? Come on. Come on. Nope. I'm going to explain everything now. Come on. Yes, definitely 2. That's right. Okay, good. Somebody said, oh, free spirit, and said they never thought. So, yes, good. Somebody said they never thought about it either. That's wonderful. Because what I'm asking you, this will bring it to the forefront of your mind. You understand? So that's good. That's what I'm already doing. I'm already successful at doing that. There's only 2 attitudes, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. And if you say you're neutral, then you're going to lean one way or the other. Okay? That is it. So, now, you do not choose to have a negative attitude. My 81 years, I observe. I do not absorb. I observe. Okay? And that's what I would hope that most of you, if not all of you, will start observing and stop absorbing all this BS out here in the world. Observe it. Don't allow it to get inside of you. Observe it. So now, my observation is this. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. You hear me? You don't choose to have a negative attitude. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, that's what will happen to you. You undoubtedly will end up with a negative attitude. It's like a default because having a positive attitude takes deliberate action. You must make a deliberate choice. You must make an on-purpose choice. You must make an intentional choice to have a positive attitude. It is not going to come and sit in your lap. No, it will not. Ain't coming. You must choose it. And the way you choose to have a positive attitude is this. You write a program. The way you write a program. Come on, y'all, share this live. It's Undifficult Your Life. That is the title of my lives. A lot of y'all are making y'all's lives a lot more difficult than they have to be. I have people on here on my lives, and they're talking about coming out of books and, psychology books. BS. Now, it's okay, but I'm living this stuff. It's not a book. I'm living it, and I'm telling y'all straight up facts, okay? Now, a lot of it can be added too. That's wonderful. But I'm giving it to you raw, straight up, okay? Straight, no chaser, as the old folks used to say. And now I'm one of them. But I ain't gonna never get old, y'all. I'll gladly get older, but I ain't never gonna get old. Don't be calling me no old lady, because I ain't. Okay. So now, you have to choose to have a positive attitude. See, I remember where I left off at. I sniff rosemary all day long, and I think that's really helping. It's supposed to be really good for your memory. So I sniff it all day long. I got a little glass jar full of it. So rosemary, y'all. And so if you start sniffing it now, maybe you'll not have any kind of mental stuff issues. I haven't had any, not big, really bad ones. So, but at any rate, the positive attitude, you have to choose one. It's not going to come and sit in your lap, like I said. And the way you choose it is you write a program. And the way you write a program is you say it out loud. Say it out loud. And I don't care who's around you. It gives you an opportunity to spread positivity. And here's what you say. You'll understand why I said that when I tell you this. Here's the program that you write, and you say it out loud. Now, a lot of people will tell you, you say it in your mind. Joyce Fields is telling you, say it out loud. Because when you say it only in your mind, that's one element. One element. When you say it out loud, you're using three elements. Three elements. You say it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psyche. You see? Three elements as opposed to one. Always say your programs out loud. Now, here is the program that you write and that you say out loud. Share the live, y'all, because I would love for more people to hear the advice that I share. It helps you to undifficult your life. Here is the program that you write, and you say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Stay with me, y'all. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You see? Now, when you say those words, when you write that program, when you truly mean it, you are going to feel something in your spirit, in your soul. Because all kinds of forces will be coming into place to help you get on the positive path, the positive attitude path. Now, I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. You heard that correctly. I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. On the count of three, I'm going to show you. 1, 2, 3. This is what a negative attitude looks like, y'all. These are people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. Now, in the meantime, I'm doing a helpful hand visual, y'all. In the meantime, these are positive elements. They are constantly flying through the universe at all times, flying through the universe. But they always, y'all, fly over. They always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. You see? But when you write that program and when you say it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Share the live, y'all. This is what happens to you. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. You see what happens? What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. You see that? Now, that was a helpful hand visual. Was I successful in communicating what that meant? You see, was I successful in showing y'all how when you have a negative attitude, all kinds of opportunities, good stuff flies over your head? because you have a negative attitude. When you write your program, what happens to you is you raise your frequency, you raise your vibration. You see, you open up the portals, the windows, the doors of positivity. Now, here's another helpful hand visual. You put out positive, positive comes back to you. You put out positive, positive comes back to you. Again, you put out positive, positive comes back to you. Y'all have heard the law of attraction. Y'all have heard that life is like a boomerang. What you put out is what comes back. Now, I'm only doing it this way so that y'all can see. This is like a conveyor belt of positivity. Positive going out, positive coming back. Positive going out from you, positive coming back to you. Positive going out from you, positive coming back to you. You see? But now, that conveyor belt, I'm only doing it so that y'all can see that it is a conveyor belt. This conveyor belt is as big as the universe. Imagine that. Imagine that. You see? That positive conveyor belt is as big as the universe, okay? So, have a positive attitude, y'all. Now, a lot of y'all have a negative attitude and you don't know that you have a negative attitude. I'm going to read you a list of words that will help you to identify. The advice that I share will help y'all to, I don't have time to answer questions. I've got 90 minutes to share the 4 pillars of advice that I share. And I don't have time to answer questions. I don't have time to read long comments. I look up here. I see the comments coming in. And every once in a while, I'll look down and I'll see a comment. And I'll even read some comments. But I don't have time to read these long comments, and I don't have time to answer your own questions. I share the 4 pillars of advice, and I think that any one or all of these pillars will help you, okay? That's why I do it. And I get a lot of good comments that the advice that I share is helping people, okay? So, now, okay. That's good. Okay. So now, some things I won't tolerate. Thank you. You're very welcome. So, all right, where was I? I'm going to read you a list of words that will, see, I got it back, that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you. But don't forget what I said. You can change to a positive attitude any minute of your life. The program that you write says this: from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from this point forward, so you can tell the people in your life that, hey, don't throw it up to me about the negative attitude that I used to have. Don't throw it up to me about what my attitude was like yesterday or last week or whatever. My program says from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from this point forward, that's what you'll do. So now here are the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you, but you can change that anytime you choose. Here the words are: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Now back up to the top, but before I go back up to the top, I'm addressing the trolls. Got a lot of trolls on YouTube. Now, I feel sorry for trolls. You live a very sad existence, and you know, God put breath in you, or whatever you call your higher power, if you believe in one, and you're wasting it. You know, you're intentionally trying to insult people or be cruel or mean. It doesn't bother me. You're wasting your time when you're dealing with me. I'm 81 years old. I am old enough to know better. What you are doing is a reflection on you, not me. So now I have had trolls apologize to me right on my live. So that it's a waste of time, but I'm not wasting time because some people they've have apologized, some trolls. So, and it's a new word to me. I'm 81 years old. Trolls. I'd never heard that word. So it wasn't a word that we use. So now, going back to the very first word, anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry. I don't preach, Amy. I share. Are you the person who is angry? Who is full of anger? Thank you. That is negative. Now, how about resentment and holding grudges? I had to get my ducks in a row, okay? Resentment and holding grudges. Do you know people who are full of resentment? Do you know people who hold grudges? That is negative. Are you the one who's full of resentment, who holds grudges? That's negative. Now I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to go on to lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie, people who are dishonest? Are you the one who lies, who is dishonest? That is negative too, okay? Now back up to resentment and holding grudges. I'm going to go back to that one because it's really a big deal. I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before. Share the live, y'all. It doesn't cost you 1 penny to share the live, and it doesn't cost you 1 penny to subscribe, okay? Everything's free, okay? So if you are full of resentment, and if you are holding grudges against other people, I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before, and that is you are living in the past. You are living in the past because you're holding on to something that happened. Past tense, it happened. There is nothing that the people that did it to you can do to change it. There is nothing that you can do to change it. You are holding on to something that happened. They can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. So you have to forgive them. And I don't care who it was or what they did. And on my lives, I've done over 500 TikTok lives, y'all. And I just started doing YouTube lives on September 1st, okay? So, but I'm a veteran of doing these lives. And I always discuss the 4 pillars. Every live that I do, all probably over 600 now, okay? Yes. And, okay, so now where was I? Oh, forgiveness. See, I got it back. You have to forgive. I don't care who it was or what they did. A lot of people on my lives, they'll say, yeah, but it was this and who, or they did. No, you have to forgive. And let me tell you, you forgive for you. You don't forgive for them. You're not punishing people when you hold grudges against them. You're not punishing them when you hold resentment towards them. You're punishing yourself. All of those words, anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, lying, resentment, and holding grudges. All of those words are what I call the uglies. You understand? The uglies. And the uglies only do damage to the person who holds on to them. Doesn't that make sense? It sure makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. You are holding on to all this ugliness. And if you look around you, maybe it's not you, maybe it's somebody close to you or somebody that you know, and you know that they are holding resentment and holding grudges against other people, and you already know that, in a whole lot of cases, they are on pharmaceutical meds, they are not in good health, and they are not aging gracefully. You see? Oh yeah, I do have a point. I can see it. Look around you. Open your eyes. Look around you, especially at people that you know are full of resentment and that you know are holding grudges. And like I said, it might be you, but you have an opportunity to change that, because you can change into having a positive attitude any minute of your life. All you have to do is write the program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's all you have to do. You tell yourself that. You are in control of yourself. And I'm going to give you a whole lot more tips to allow you, not even to allow you, to cause you to propel you into undifficult in your life. That's what the advice that I live this advice. I tell Pap regularly that I live a virtually stress-free life. I tell Pap regularly that I live an enchanted life. You see? And my life isn't perfect, but I deal with it in a positive way. Whatever comes my way, I deal with it in a positive way. And that's what I'm sharing with y'all. You must deal with everything that comes your way in a positive way, because it makes it easier on your soul. It makes it easier on your spirit. You see it for what it is, but you have to pick what you get involved in, okay? So, but a positive attitude will help you tremendously. Positivity. Now, you must forgive. People will tell you to forgive and forget. Hell no. You don't ever forget. You would be a total idiot if you forget. Don't do that. Don't ever forget. And also, when you do forgive, that doesn't mean you go back into their lives or they come back into yours. You see? But it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing if everybody agrees. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. So, you must forgive. The wheels are turning here now. You have to forget. Now, I'm 81 years old. When I was a kid, there was no such thing as a text message. There was no such thing as email or a video call. Now, y'all can use any of those technologies to forgive them. Send them a text message, tell them you forgive them. Make a video call, tell them you forgive them. Now, if you don't ever want to have anything else to do with them in your life, you can forgive them by saying it out loud to the universe. Oh yeah, my great moderators, see, the trolls, they shouldn't even bother putting the comments up because they're going to be taken down immediately. So now, yeah, you can write a letter as well. So now, you can say it out loud to the universe if you don't want to have anything else to do with them. That's right, I said. You can say it out loud to the universe. And I'm going to tell you what to say. Words to you can choose whatever words you want, but this will be a pattern, okay? So now, the universe was there when the mess happened to you. Did you ever think about that? Yeah, it was there. So God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power, it was there when the mess happened to you. So you can say it out loud to the universe, and here is the way you do it when you say it out loud to the universe. But before I get into that, I got a question for you. When I say that the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power, yeah, I saw that, Shells, was there. It hears everything. No, I'm gonna start all over because I want to go with sees first. It's the universe sees everything you see. Sees everything you do. I got it mixed up. Okay. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do, hears everything you say, and reads your thoughts. Okay? I'm going to repeat that with some extra. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. Now I'm going to ask this question. Since I just said that to you, did that bring it into your consciousness? And will that cause you to really think a lot harder about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. I'm amazed at how many yeses I get. It amazes me. Come on, give me some responses. Knowing that the universe or the higher power or whatever you call it sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. You see? So, come on, give me some responses. Come on. Good. Thanks, Whimsical Life. I appreciate it. Yes. Good, Steve. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So that's wonderful. I'm amazed by how many yeses I get to that because I'm so happy that I brought it into the forefront of your mind. You know, God or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. So that's another reason why you should be living by the golden rule. Thank you, Jordan. Live by the golden rule. Trolls, listen up. It doesn't bother me, but you're going to pay. Oh, boy. You may not understand it. See, that's why you're a troll, because you don't understand stuff, you know? But you need to think about it. The higher power or whatever you call it, if you believe in one, and whether or not you believe in one, it's going to take your ass one of these days too. So you're going to die just like anybody else. You should be living the best life you can. Live your life by the golden rule, everybody. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I'm going to repeat the golden rule. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't do anything to anybody that I would not want done to me. I don't say anything to anybody that I would not want said to me. It's just that simple. Live your life by the golden rule. Real easy. So now I'm telling y'all, you can say it out loud to the universe that you forgive whomever it was. The universe was there. The universe knows what you're talking about. So here's what you say out loud to the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. I don't know what's funny, Shells. Okay. I'm going to repeat it. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. Use your hand the way I used mine. It symbolizes your touching the universe, your touching spirit, or whatever you want to call it. That's what it symbolizes. Now, I'm going to give y'all 4 examples of what has happened on my lives, okay, in the past. So these are real examples of people who did that, who forgave people for what they didn't tell me who they forgave or what it was or anything like that. Yeah, thanks again for complimenting Shelster. She works hard, but she loves what she does too. It shows too, don't it? Shows Shelster. So now, example number 1. This young lady, she said, I forgave my dad like that. Now, I'm going to get to that, Simply Me. I forgave my dad like that, and I immediately burst into tears. The second young lady said, I forgave myself like that, and you can forgive yourself too. The universe saw what you did or said or heard what you said, okay? So she said, I forgave myself, and I immediately burst into tears. The third one was a young man, and he said, I forgave, and I felt my spirit shift. Yes. So now, and I told you I'm going to give you 4 examples. So those first 2 young ladies that burst into tears and the young man who felt his spirit shift, the reason why is because, like I said earlier, when you hold on to unforgiveness, when you hold on to resentment and holding grudges, you are creating an invisible internal burden. Burden on your cells, on your spirit, on your soul, on your blood, on your organs. When you hold on to ugliness, it does damage to you, and you're creating an invisible internal burden. It's like the Shelster calls it, when you forgive, it's like a pressure release valve, okay? So when you forgive, what happens is it goes, psst. You see? Yes. That's what happens. That's why they burst into tears, and that's why he felt his spirit shift, because you released it. You don't even know you're carrying this ugliness around. But when you forgive, oh my God, it unburdens you because you're the one that's carrying it. It's not damaging the people that you're holding resentment towards and grudges against. Ah, yes, forgive. That is the only way that you can move forward in a healthy manner, on a healthy road, okay? So now, I'm going to read y'all a list of words that will help to guide you on your path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are the words. No, you don't ever forget. You must forgive, but you keep it on the stove, on the back burner, but you don't ever forget. You'd be an idiot to forget, so don't forget. Now, here are the words that will guide you on the path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Joy is the first word, and I love that because it's the first 3 letters of my name. So joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and faith is the last word. Faith. Those words will help to guide you when you are trying to develop and maintain a positive attitude. Say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. From now on. That means from this point forward. Now I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before. And that is, I'm going to ask you a question. Before I even ask you the question, here's what I'm going to state. Now, I'm talking positive attitude, negative attitude. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. You hear me? Okay, I'm going to repeat it. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. 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 Now, do you know, or did you know, and I only want responses that state no, okay? Did you know that you live your life by a ratio? RATIO. I only want responses that say no, because if you say yes, you've already been on my lives and it was explained. I will explain exactly what a ratio is and how you use it to your advantage, okay? Come on, give me some more responses. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? Good. Thank you. Thank you, Big Lover. Thank you, Carla, and somebody else. I didn't see it. So, all right, good. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what a ratio is. A ratio is a very simple tool. Share the live, y'all, because I want a whole lot more people to hear how easy it is to undifficult your life. A ratio is a very simple tool. See, I remember where I was. That will definitely, I said it will definitely help you to better control your life. I'm going to repeat that because it's worth repeating. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. Your ratio, you and you alone set it. You and you alone control it. You and you alone can adjust it. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it. Now, I'm going to explain that by telling y'all what my ratio is. My ratio is 80-20. I don't own it. Anybody can use 80-20. I have had people on my lives that say their ratio is going to be 75-25, 60-40, or whatever. Hey, Brett. So you choose whatever your ratio is. So now, my ratio is 80-20. What that means is 80% of the time, I am happy being in, wow, Kazia. Wow. The well has sprung forth, tears flowing. Okay. Good. So 80% of the time, I am happy being in the positive attitude mode. 20% of the time, I am okay. I didn't say I was happy. I am okay with being in the negative attitude mode. I'm going to explain both of those further. Okay, now back over to the positive attitude mode. 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. Oh, wonderful. 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is fair, what is right, what is kind, what is considerate, what is just, what is all of these positive things, okay? That's 80% of the time. That's my ratio. 20% of the time, I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. But that negative attitude mode can never include three things. It can never include physical abuse. You cannot hit anybody. Hey, Kyle. You cannot be verbally physically abusive. You cannot be physically abusive. When you can hit people, you can't throw things. You cannot be verbally abusive. That's number 2. You can't be verbally abusive. You can't cuss people out. You can't insult people. And number 3, thanks to one of my viewers, her username is Midnight, she asked me to include tone of voice. And it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So I gladly included that. You cannot use an ugly tone of voice with anybody. So when you are in your negative attitude mode, as long as you don't involve those 3 things, you're okay. You see? So that is how you use your ratio. Did I explain it sufficiently? Come on, y'all. Did I come from my mind to y'all's mind? That's right. Come on. Can y'all use that ratio? Wonderful. Great. Oh, that is fabulous. I just love it. Y'all can use the ratio. Yes. Now, YouTube replays my lives, so they're all up there, all the ones that I have done. Oh, wonderful. Great. That's what I said. Undifficult your life, Marianne. I say that all the time. That's what the theme of, or the name, excuse me, y'all, I got to adjust my stand. The name of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. A lot of y'all are making choices and decisions. Look at Naves said yes, 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 yes. I love it. A lot of y'all are making choices and decisions that are making y'all's lives more difficult than they need to be. So keep it simple. As long as you are not violating other people's rights or property, you're okay. So, and you forgive yourself. You can forgive yourself. God forgives you. So if you need to say it out loud, that's a wonderful thing. So now, I told y'all about the ratio. Now I'm going to tell y'all how you can write a program to change any behavior that you have. Any behavior that you have. You can't change other people's behaviors, okay? And that's part of what I think is wrong with the world, of what's wrong with relationships. One or the other or both of them are trying to change the other person's behavior. You see? So when you are trying to change somebody else's behavior, that person is probably looking at you cross-eyed and saying, why in the hell don't you work on yourself? And that they got a point. We all need to be working on ourselves, on improving our own behavior. Now, I'm going to show you how you can write a program to change any behavior that you have. You, not anybody else. Okay. Yes, a specific program for our own behavior, that is correct. Now, I'm going to present y'all with a false behavior that I have. I'm going to say I don't have it, okay? Then I'm going to present y'all with the program that I write to override the behavior. So now here is the behavior. which is not true. Okay. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Here is the program that I write. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. Then tomorrow comes and you eat 10 cookies. And the next days, weeks, months go, and you're still eating 10 cookies. Now, having that ratio that I chose, 80-20, you got that? 80-20. Y'all with me now? You still with me? Okay. 80-20. That means that 80% of the time, I will eat 10 cookies. 20% of the time, that's my cheating room. That's my wiggle room. I can go back up to 11. I can even go back up to 12. But 80% of the time, I am going to stick with and honor the program that I wrote. 10 cookies. And then I might decide to lower it to 8, okay? But I can do that. Now, one young lady on my lives, it was a TikTok live, and she said that she put her comment up, and my moderators take screenshots of some of the comments, and then they send them to me, and then I post them on my TikTok page. I still post on TikTok. I've got over 53,000 followers on TikTok. When you go over to TikTok, my username is JJ Fields, Fields, and the number 7, okay? So I still post on TikTok, but I do my lives now here on YouTube. I don't do my lives on TikTok anymore because they changed their community guidelines. I thought they were too restrictive, and also they increased their prices for subscription. So, but now, so this young lady, she had an eating disorder. See, I remember where I was. And she put this comment on my live, and she said, I used to eat 6 meals a day. Now then 5, then 4, now 3, thanks to her advice. So, talking about the advice that I share. So, she used it to control her eating disorder. You see? So, you can use it for whatever behavior you have that you want to change. Just say it out loud. Write that program. Now, here's a negative attitude. Negative attitude, y'all. This is inner peace, and this is spirit. Flouncing around, you know. They come to a negative attitude. Look, y'all, inner peace and spirit cannot get through. So they turn and go away. This is a positive attitude. A positive attitude. See what's going to happen? Here comes inner peace. Here comes spirit. Not only do they get through, they turn and enclose your entire being. That's what inner peace and spirit will do for you. But you can only get inner peace, you can only get spirit to come to you when you have a positive attitude. A negative attitude repels inner peace. A negative attitude repels spirit. Excuse me. I'm going to drink some tea. Excuse me. So in the month of June, Spirit came to me and said, Joyce, there is such a thing as outer peace. I said, huh? I never heard of outer peace. So Spirit said, inner peace can never be disturbed, can never be destroyed. Outer peace can be disturbed. Outer peace can be destroyed. Now, outer peace is, for instance, you're trying to study or you're trying to sleep, and somebody is making noises in the same room or downstairs or down the hall or across the street. Thank you. Uh, and so that is your outer peace they're disturbing. There are laws on the books in just about every state, if not every state in this country, for disturbing the peace. So you can call the police on people who are disturbing the peace. So your inner peace, no, that's your outer peace. Now, if people in your life are disturbing your peace, it's your outer peace. You must deal with it kindly. Everything should be kindly. Mostly it's your family that's doing things to disturb your peace. You do recognize gazelles, huh? Okay. These are over 30 years old. I recycle my frames. So thank you, though, Thando. So you must tell people who are disturbing your peace. Okay, Kyle, thank you. That they are doing that. They are disturbing your peace. You got to tell them that, but they don't have to change what they're doing, okay? Excuse me, but you must tell them. Here's the way I suggest you do it. You know, I love you dearly, but when you do such and such, or say such and such, that disturbs my peace. And so they're not obligated to change, but give them enough time to change if they are going to. And if not, if they don't change, then that gives you the responsibility, the obligation to come back at them and say, you know, I love y'all dearly. I already told y'all that. But when y'all do such and such, and when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. I told y'all that too. Y'all still doing it, y'all still saying it. And I must protect my peace. Therefore, I have to do, and I give y'all 3 options. Option 1, I must feed y'all with a long-handled spoon. Share the live, y'all. I still have quite a bit of time. Option 2, I must love y'all from a distance. Or option 3, I gotta stop coming around y'all. Okay? So you can come up with the 4th option, whatever you choose, you know. But you're not obligated to stay around people who are disturbing your peace, doing things to disturb your peace. So now, if your mama is the one who is doing or saying things to disturb your peace, I strongly recommend that you say something like that to her. Mama, I love you dearly. I truly do. But when you do such and such, that disturbs my peace. Or when you say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Now, some mamas, this is your mama, disturbing your peace. And here you are getting your peace disturbed. Some mamas will say, what peace? Or you ain't got no peace. You know? So, but when you write your program, everything happens after you write your program. That program says, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. When you say that, when you write that program and say those words, you raise your frequency, you raise your vibration. Your mama is still down here doing it, but you are no longer on this frequency, on this vibration. You're up here on a higher frequency, on a higher vibration. You are able to look at her behavior and it doesn't bother you. You understand? So it doesn't bother you. Raise your frequency, raise your vibration. And all you have to do is write the program that says, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You see? Now, that's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I always start with toddlers. Thank you. If you're raising toddlers, 2 and 3-year-olds, when that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes, Put yourself on the timer. Come on, y'all. Share the live. I would love for more people to hear this advice that I'm sharing with y'all. It doesn't cost you anything to share it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Everything is free on YouTube. So give that toddler that cookie. Put yourself on the timer. 5 minutes. Then do that several times. 5 minutes. Stretch it to 10 minutes. Still use the timer. Do that several times at 10 minutes, all the way up to an hour or more. Okay? All the way up to an hour or more. You will not only be teaching that toddler patience, you will be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. I don't have regrets, Shivam. I have experiences. Regrets are negative. Experiences are positive. You see, it's all about the words y'all choose. Don't have regrets. Have experiences. I have something on my TikTok page. I got a lot of positive content on my TikTok page. Okay? Yes. So it's the words that y'all use. You know, don't choose ugly words. Don't choose words that have a negative connotation. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. So it's a wonderful thing to have a patient toddler. So now you will be teaching the toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Spirit came to me and told me, Joyce, you can share with your viewers how they too can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. I'm sure some of you are interested. So I'm going to count to 10 while I drink my tea, and then I'll come back and tell you how you can teach. You need a piece of paper and something to write with. Okay, so get that. I'm counting to 10. Okay, now, on that piece of paper, write down the time it is right now, no matter what your time zone is. Put the paper away, and at some point in the future, not too long, however, no matter how much time, try to guess what time it is at that point. Do that several times a day. You will be tuning into the second hand of the clock. You will be tuning into the passage of time. You will be tuning into elapsed time. So now, can y'all use that exercise? Come on. Can y'all use that exercise to teach you how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time? And do that several times a day, all day long. Yes, the passage of time. So I got a lot of good content over on TikTok, y'all. So I post every day, but I do my lives here on YouTube. So now, if you're 10 years old or older, the way you teach yourself patience is you make yourself wait. You write a program, you say it out loud. I am learning how to increase my level of patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. I am making myself learn to be patient, especially if it's something you are fiending for, especially if it's something that you would normally give yourself immediate gratification. You see, make yourself wait. Yes. All you have to do, you talk out loud to yourself. You know, some people say that means you're crazy. No, I don't. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know about programming yourself, okay? So make yourself wait. That's all y'all got to do. All right, that's pillar number 2. Pillar number 3 is stay calm. There is so much power in your ability to stay calm as opposed to becoming angry. You see? So don't get angry. Now, Spirit came to me. I told you the third pillar, I do this helpful hand visual. It blew Pap's mind. It blows my mind as well. So now, I was talking about stay calm as opposed to becoming angry. And Spirit came to me and said, use the word neurons. I had never, ever used the word neurons in my lives before. I knew that neurons were part of the brain, but I didn't know much else. And so I was talking about, and Spirit gives me these helpful hand visuals. Spirit gave me the two that I'm about to do for y'all right now. When you are calm, your neurons are like this, just traveling, communicating with each other, and they're just smoothly gliding through your brain. Okay? Now, when you are angry, here's what your neurons are doing. Don't do that to yourself. Stay calm. The next time you feel yourself becoming angry, remember what your neurons are doing. Now, during my live is when Spirit came to me and told me to do this. Later that night, Spirit came back. Here's my hand. Honest to goodness. Honest to goodness. Spirit came back. It blew my mind. Spirit came back to me and said, look up what neurons do. I never would have looked up what neurons do. So I obeyed. I Googled it. And this is what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That's why you can't think straight when you're pissed off, especially angry. That's why you can't make good decisions, good choices when you're angry. So remember your neurons, people. Stay calm. Have your neurons like this. When you're angry, here's what they're doing. Yes. So stay calm. Thank you, Judy. Yes, so stay calm. It gives you power. You lose your power. You know what? When you get angry, you'll just be that kind of stuff. You're just losing control, and you're saying things, and you're aggravated. That means you're losing power. Calm. You see how powerful that is? Look, as opposed to, you see? There you go. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. That's a good one. Neurons are wired together, fired together. Okay. So now, that is pillar number 3. Stay calm, y'all. Pillar number 4 is the last pillar. And I discuss all 4 of them every live that I do. And a whole lot of people on my live say they need to hear it again and again and again. They want to hear it again and again and again. So that's what I do. I'm just trying to get this word out, these pieces of it, these pillars of advice out to as many people as I possibly can, because I want to help people to undifficult their life. So now, pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. Okay? I'm going to repeat them. This too shall pass. Nothing in life is permanent. Nothing in life lasts forever. This too shall pass. Excuse me. So the next time your mama is chewing you out, or the next time your daddy is chewing you out, they cannot read your mind. All you have to do is think to yourself, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Or this too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. You see? That's all you gotta do. This too shall pass. No matter what kind of ugliness you are in, 90% of the time, those words will carry you through it and out of it, okay? So, this too shall pass. I want to thank y'all for joining my live. If you got anything out of it, you can do a video or a post and tag me or mention me or whatever. Let me see here. I want to see where is, okay. So you can do a video or a post and tag me or mention me, whatever the term is. And just tell people what you got out of the advice that I shared, what you or how you intend to apply it. So I hope that all of you, excuse me, will implement the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I told y'all how you do that. You do it by writing a program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Pillar number 2, and I told y'all how you do that. So, write the program. From now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I told you exactly how you do that. And I also told you if you're raising toddlers. And if you're raising toddlers, I highly recommend this book. Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. Oh, you're very welcome. I had it translated into Spanish. Madre Docena, and I can't speak Spanish, so. But this one, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. I wrote it for kids, raising kids, I dropped it, 2 and 3 year olds. One of my viewers, her username is cat724. She bought it and read it and said that it's good for turning kids around up to 7 or 8. So I'll take her word for it. Now, I wrote this book I've written 10 books, y'all, so in 2003. And it's still relevant today. There's 12 ingredients to raising a great kid. And I'm going to quickly read the ingredients. 1, start from infancy. 2, manners. 3, love for learning. 4, responsibility. 5, rules, order, and organization. 6, independence. 7, spirituality or a higher power. 8, affection. 9, discipline / self-control. 10, feed interest. 11, obedience. And 12, patience. That's why I talk about this book when I talk about teaching toddlers patience. So that's the 12th chapter. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire for real, okay? So now, I close my lives out with this book. My Simple Quotes to Live By. It's 167 quotes that I coined. It's 90 pages, and it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. And that quote states, "Never lose your hope and faith." The books are all goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. If you just touch the link, it'll take you directly to the website, goodshortbooks.com. If you want to type it in, that's goodshortbooks.com. There are 11 fabulous nonfiction books there. I just talked about Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids, but I always close it out with this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. And I coined my first quote when I was 15. That quote states, "Never lose your hope and faith." Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. That's what I said. Excuse me. And I didn't know I was coining a quote. I was 15. And I don't remember saying it, but it's documented in the school paper. I have it upstairs in the closet, so I said it. Now, this book is 90 pages, and I'm going to read y'all a quote that I do remember saying that, and I do remember that I was coining a quote. I do know that, because it was for a quote contest in 2011 or 2013. And so, thank you. It was for a contest, y'all, for a calendar. So they needed 12 quotes. So I coined this quote and I submitted it to the contest, and it won as one of 12 out of over 5,000 entries. And I post this quote to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Chase your dreams, people. Here is the quote. "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream." I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can, and you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So do chase your dreams. Don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. Chase your dreams. Now I'm going to open up the floor. I'm going to show y'all how the book is formatted. It's 90 pages, 2 quotes per page. The quotes are in all caps, separated by a black and white picture. So, page 90, it's a 90-page book. This is what's on page 90. So page 11 is the page that it's better to die chasing a dream never caught. That's on page 11. So I'm going to open up the floor. Pages 6 to 89. Y'all can throw out some page numbers, and I will read the 2 quotes on that page. And in the meantime, I want to thank y'all for joining my lives, and I hope that y'all will implement the 4 pillars in your life. Develop and maintain a positive attitude, and I told you how you do that. Pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Pillar number 3, stay calm. And pillar number 4, remember the 4 words, "This too shall pass." Okay? Cheryl wants page 77. At the top of page 77, truth and honesty free your soul, so stop lying. At the bottom of page 77, family is the root of the tree of life. Page 46 for Marianne. Okay, page 46. At the top, No human being, excuse me, no human being can ever reach perfection. At the bottom of page 46, don't allow bad habits to overpower you. Can y'all live by those quotes? Oh, good. Come on, give me some more page numbers, y'all. I'll read the 2 quotes. In the meantime, you can do a video or a post telling people what you got out of the live, the advice that I share. So, and tag me. Okay, page 57 for Marianne. Page 57. At the top of page 57, better decisions usually come from thinking than from impulse. At the bottom of page 57, show God and yourself that you are the same in good times and in bad. Can y'all live by those quotes? Okay, page 21 for Phil. At the top of page 21, children are watching and listening to you. Be careful what you let them see and hear. At the bottom of page 21, ever wonder what God thinks when he looks at the world? Okay, can y'all live by those quotes? Thanks, Joshua. Okay, any more page numbers? I may have some more looking on the screen. Okay. Yep, can y'all live by those quotes? All right, page 57 for Cheryl. Okay, at the top of page 57, better decisions usually come from thinking than from impulse. I think I read this one. At the bottom of page 57, show God and yourself that you are the same in good times and in bad. Okay. All right, so now, no, not page 2, Cheryl. I said pages 6 to 89. Okay, so now I wanted to tell y'all that too, tell y'all this. On TikTok, I still have, if y'all like these quotes, I have 125 subscriber-only videos up still on TikTok. Now, one of the reasons why I left TikTok was they increased their price for subscription. But if you want to subscribe in order to get the 125 subscriber-only videos where I read quotes from this book and I expand on the quotes. The book has just the quote itself, but I expand on the subscriber-only videos. So if you want to go over and subscribe, that's fine. If you love quotes to that extent, that's wonderful. I have 125 subscriber-only videos. I'm not doing any more because I'm not doing TikTok lives. I'm only posting on TikTok now, but it's 125 of them. So now, this book is My Simple Quotes to Live By. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. There are many places that you can call for. I'm not a professional. I tell y'all the advice that I use, and it works. If it works for me, it can work for y'all. So thank y'all for joining my live. I truly appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully you will implement the 4 pillars. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Write that program. From now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I told you how you do that. And I also told you, Bob, I can't help you, honey. You need to call a professional. And there are a lot of free places that can help you. Pillar number 2 is increase your level of patience. Pillar number 3 is Stay calm. You must stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry. And then pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. So, I don't say have a great day. I say make a great day. I don't think you have them. You make them. I don't preach. I share. All right. Thank you for joining my live. I hope that you got something out of it. And I'm sure you did. So some of those 4 pillars, put them in practice. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks again. Later, y'all.